Hi guys, this is Riku and welcome to another Ragnarok Online Philippines video. Kaya ako gumawa ng video na to just to give you guys a brief background kung ano yung mga items na makakatulong sa inyo para mapadali ang pag-level up. This is all based on my experience. So if meron kayong inputs na pwedeng sabihin, dagdagan sa aking mga sinasabi, or sa mga sasabihin ko mamaya sa video na to, then please do add in the comments below, and I would really be glad to hear them all. So yeah, let's get started. I'll just be logging into the game and I'll just talk about them one by one. Alright guys, so this is Riku. I really thought of making a script for this video, but then I decided to take a different approach. Feeling ko mas maganda tong approach, medyo casual, but I'll try to get to my point as quickly as I can. But before I made this video, I already listed down the important items, which is, for those of you who are already aware or just want to watch this video, my top 5 things that you should buy in the store and the cash shop is an all-in-one ring set, experience rings, hardcore box set, siege supply boxes, and of course a couple of headgears that will help you throughout the early levels of the game. So of course, if you're a newbie, you have no idea what I just said. It's fine. That's why I'm gonna run through them one by one. This is completely for newbies. I understand how overwhelming it is to play Ragnarok Online, especially, you know, there's a lot of content already and everybody practically knows what they're doing. But for those of you who don't know what they're doing yet, so this is basically especially for solo players like me. I don't know why. I'm playing an MMO. I like to play solo. It's weird, I know, but you know, different strokes for different folks. So, ang mangyayari dito is that I am in Alberta. It's the merchant town. And each town has these, you know, Kafra ladies that sell cash shop items. So cash shop items, you load rock points through the website to the Ragnarok Online website. Then now you have in-game currency, which is called rock points. So with rock points, it helps you progress through the game a little bit faster in comparison to people who don't use the cash shop. So if ever you're a working person like me and you have spare cash to spend on a game like Ragnarok Online, then this is the guide for you. I remember back then when I initially streamed open beta where the prices of the cash shop items weren't revealed yet, and what I did was on stream is that I created this budget. So I created all these budget things where how much are you going to spend initially throughout the game, like when you first start. So I'm just going to give you guys a run through. Don't let this scare you, honestly. I'm just saying that it's one of those things that it's a choice. You don't have to buy these things, but if you do have spare cash and want to spend on the game, then I'll just walk you down through it. Okay, first off, let's see. There's the rental cash shop, and this is rental cash shop are items that expire. So one of the most important items in the game is the all-in-one ring box. Why is this important? Because for 7 days, you get to have all stats +1, although that's not the huge thing. That's not a huge factor. That you're not buying that for the all +1 stats. You're buying it because you get to have a level 1 teleport skill and a level 1 heal. Although, not as important as the level 1 teleport skill, because fly wings, the ones that you use to randomly teleport in a map, is quite expensive if you're if you're just starting. Why am I stuttering? If you're just starting. So I do suggest that you buy all-in-one ring set. It's for 7 days, it's for 1 week. If you know that you're gonna have a vacation, or if you know that you're gonna grind for 7 days, then this is a very practical choice. I'm looking around because I'm looking for a ball pen, because 600 P, or points, or rock points, whatever you call it, is 60 pesos in real life. So for 7 days, you will spend 60 pesos for unlimited, I tell you, unlimited teleport within the map. So that's super practical already for 60 pesos for 1 week. Unlimited teleport, so that's 60 pesos. That's very much important. Why? Because normally it's faster if you teleport rather than walk around the map searching for mobs. You know, if the area is quite empty, or if you want to escape from danger, then that is the best thing to do, especially if you're just starting with the first character. You just want to keep saving up your money for equipment at endgame and not spend it on fly wings, you know what I'm saying. So okay, so that's 60 pesos. You don't have to spend on fly wings anymore. You're great, you're doing a good job. Next up in the rental area is the experience rings. So what are experience rings? So there are two kinds of boxes here, as you can see, two kinds. So there's the one that doesn't have a 2 and the other one that has a 2. So again, the first tier of this ring, the kind of ring, is around 60 pesos, and it's also for 1 week. So that's also for 1 week, right? And there are different kinds as well. So depending on the monster that you're farming at, depending on the map. So for example, let's just say, what's this ring? Beholder, shapeless. No, I don't want that. So chemical ring type. Okay. So chemical ring back then when the game was released was super duper popular, mainly because people were farming or leveling up or grinding at the geographer map. So if the map that you're grinding at is a plant dominant, I just realized I'm speaking English all throughout, but you know what, never mind, I'm just gonna do it. If the map is a plant dominant map, then I suggest you buy the chemical ring box. It's up to you whether you want it either 15 days rental or the 7 days one. The 15 days rental is 100 pesos, and for me, I just keep buying the 7-day rental because I really don't know what my schedule looks like. So I go for the 7 days one. So that's another 60 pesos. So normally you get stuck around a map for so long, and then you could adjust as well. Like if you've moved on to a geography map and you still want to like take advantage of the rings, you think it's a waste most likely, and the experience that you gain to the next tier of plant monsters is close to whatever is the hit popular grinding map from level 60 to 70, then go for that plant map instead. So that's fine. Then if it expires, then you move on to the next map or whatever monster that you think is best for your grinding style or your class. So that's another 60 pesos. So that's the ring. I did an experiment before whether they stack or not. Back then when the open beta started, I did a few tests on the monsters, and they do stack. I had an Excel sheet, but I lost it, so I can't show evidence at the moment. But back then it does stack. But feel free to do your own experimentations, just so that maybe it's a ninja patch, because ninja patches happen, you know. So yeah, if you want to wear double rings, that's fine too. But normally I just wear one ring because I have the all-in-one ring set on the other ring, and it's a hassle to keep switching rings if I want to use teleport. I want to keep it on all the time. So normally I just buy one ring, and then I wear the all-in-one ring on the other hand. So far you have spent 120 pesos initial for 7 days. 120 pesos for 7 days. So next up is the hardcore box set. What is the hardcore box set? The hardcore box set is conveniently placed at the convenient Kafra shop. So I did the math way back. I forgot. I have the formula. Damn it. I don't know why I keep losing stuff. So hardcore box set. Before I go to the hardcore box set, there are two items that you need to speed up your experience gain more. So there's two kinds. There's the feed manual. There's the field manuals, and there's the job manual. So the field manual is the one that increases your experience, your base experience, and the job manual is the same, that increases your rate in gaining your job levels. So as you can see, it's 150% per experience rate for 30 minutes. So, that is right. So that's a field manual box and a job manual box, as you can see at the convenience store. And it's 35 pesos each. So 35 pesos, that's 70 pesos. That's 70 pesos, correct. This is the budget. Like, if you don't want anything else. 70 pesos for both field manual box and the job level box. Before you freak out, each box contains 10. I repeat, 10. So that's pretty sulit para sa akin. So that's not too bad of a deal. It's actually quite cheap. So 70 pesos, you've got 7 days of unlimited teleport, 7 days of your rings, and then it depends on how you grind and how you're going to take advantage of the field manuals and the job level, the job manuals. Oh my god, what am I doing? What am I saying? Okay, so why did I bring up the hardcore box set? If you have a little extra cash, what does the hardcore box set contain? It's twice the price of the usual field manual box set, but aside from that, it contains 10 bubblegums and 10 life insurances. What are bubblegums? What are life insurances? Bubblegums help increase your drop rate, and life insurances takes away your death penalty experience decrease when you die. So if you have the extra 30 pesos, 25 to 30 pesos in your wallet, then feel free to get hardcore set instead, which I highly recommend because it does help, especially the bubblegum. Life insurance is fine, is okay, it's a good bonus, it's a good safety measure, but if you're really careful, if you have teleport, then if you know that you're in danger, pop that teleport, just go away, don't take your chances. Things happen though, that's why it's good to have your life insurance there, you know, just in case for things that you're not in control with. So, but I'll still not put that in the budget. I think I should put that in the budget. So from 70 pesos, might as well add in, make that 100 instead. Make that 100 if you do want to get the hardcore box, instead. So you pair that up with a job level or job manual in the hardcore box. Sorry if I'm doing this real time. And next up, so I explained why you need all these. So it really helps you level up faster, basically, for the base level and the job level. So let's move on to the siege supply box. This is a tough one, and this is very situational and completely depending on how you use it, whether or not it's practical. Yeah, whether or not it's practical. Wait, hold on, let me drink. Before I'm not recording. Yes, I am recording. So, let's start. So, siege supply box is also contained in the convenient. So, why is this important? I'll show you. Siege blue supply boxes provides you blue pots, 50 blue potions inside, and that's 7.50 pesos. That's 7.50 pesos. You're gonna say, holy shit, that's friggin' cheap. It's cheap if you don't use it as much. But if you are a class or a job type that spams a lot of skills like me, a DS type, a double strafe type hunter, then you are gonna spend so many 7 pesos. So trust me on this one. It's completely situational. There's so many ways to go around the Siege Blue supply box. It is definitely a recommended buy, but you gotta do the math properly. It really depends on what your class is. Most spam type characters will definitely benefit from Siege Blue supply box, but definitely something expensive. But if you're an auto attacker type that just buffs themselves It doesn't do spam skills. It doesn't do spam bowling bash. That just probably, for example, my rogue type just practically auto attacks and barely uses any skills. So I rarely use my siege blue box, siege blue supply box, or siege blue pots. But for classes like me, I am very heavily dependent on SBSs, but I try as much as I can not to, you know, spend or try to time it with how I level. So, because when you level, you get full SP and HP, right? So, if ever I know that I'm close to leveling up, then I don't spend it anymore. I just auto attack, and if it takes a while, that's fine. If I'm gonna spend a few blue pots, right, for the next few rounds. So, yep, 7.50 pesos. Just round it up, like 8 pesos per box. So it's your call on how to manage that. And lastly, we're gonna move on to the extra, which is a bunch of headgears. These aren't rentals, take note, these aren't rentals, these are completely permanent, and some of them are even tradable. So there's a lot here. I'm not gonna go over them, but the two basic and most important headgear to get as a newbie is number 1, the Peko Peko headband. Why? Because it increases your attack speed by 5%, and it also increases your movement speed. So it's like an increased agility forever as long as you use it. And having no increased agility, especially if you're not partied with a priest or an acolyte, is tough. Tough to actually try to mob, tough to actually try to move around the map. So I definitely recommend Peko Peko hairband to. I just realized it's spelled Peko Peko hariband, but you know, that's hairband. I definitely recommend Peko Peko hairband, especially to auto attackers. Really important to auto attack characters. Like for example, during the early game, at the top of my head, thieves, swordsmen, merchants, most especially merchant. Of course, merchant will definitely benefit from this one because there's not a lot of offensive skills for merchants, and most of their really powerful ones, like probably Mammonite. No, not Mammonite. Oh, what am I saying? Am I okay, hold on, guys. Mammonite. Oh, actually, I'm correct. Okay, it's Mammonite. I'm just double checking. Like Mammonite, Cart Revolution. Those are okay skills, but then they're not as powerful as the other class types. So Merchant, one of the tough things to level up. Aside from that, aside from the Peko Peko hairband, we also have, guess what it is? It's the snake head hat. Yes, it enables you to use level 5 double attack. You see a lot of newbies wearing this as it speeds up your DPS. It helps you eliminate monsters faster. Of course, that double attack level 5 is just really helpful, especially for auto attackers, especially during the initial stages where you don't have that much skills yet. Like, it's for everybody. Anybody could wear this. For example, you're an acolyte that needs a couple of job levels during the initial stages, and I need to bash a couple of pourings or spores or whatever just to get by. I still don't have heal. I still don't have the necessary skills to level up in an undead map. So what I do is, what other people do is, okay, let's get Snakehead Hat, then let's just auto attack away and then kill things faster. This will also benefit, of course, non-thieves. Thieves don't need Snakehead Hat really because they already have innate double attack in their skill tree. But swordy merchants, you see them also using this. Am I forgetting a class? Just the auto attackers, basically the melee types most especially. So they wear the Snakehead Hat. This is really good for early game. This is good. It's a good starting item So that is one of the 2 recommended items in the extra division of the Kafra shop. But there are a lot of items you can probably take advantage of, but those are the newbie friendly items. The newbie friendly items, I forgot to cover the cost. Like for the snake head hat, that's 200 pesos. Snake head, snake head. And next up we have the Peko Peko hairband, which is a little bit more expensive. That's 400 pesos. That's very handy. Again, it's unlimited, air quote, increase agility style, and it has increases your attack speed as well by 5%. So this is the Peko Peko hairband. Okay, all right. So those are my top 5 items. I'm pretty sure there's still more, but this is, you know, the beginner video to just try to ease you in. So as a newbie, I've got 60 pesos, 60. This is the one with the hardcore box, so 60 plus 100 plus well, I'm not going to include the SSB, because the Siege Blue SBS rather, because that's entirely up to you on how much you're gonna spend on your blue pots. So I'm just gonna add in either Snakehead or Peko Peko helm. So let's go for Snakehead first. So that's, you spend 360 pesos during your initial run. That is already super fine, super fly. Then just probably add another 200 for if you decide to go for the Peko Peko helm. Oh, I times it, but actually that's 560 pesos. That is really, 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 really not too bad. So again, it's all up to your play style. You can enjoy the game without buying anything. You can enjoy the game without buying anything, but if you just want to progress a little bit faster, then yep, feel free to use the cash shop. I use the cash shop. So thank you guys so much. Stay tuned for more Ragnarok online videos, and really appreciate that you guys are here. So enjoy the game, and it's still snowing. Apparently it's already January 13th. I guess that's you know, they're still in the giving vibe or the Christmas vibe here. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again on the next video. Bye.